AwesomeWill here. And I was just sliding by. So I decided that I'd slide on in and produce for you another YouTube video. Hating what you don't understand. Once again, hating, or we can say disliking what you don't understand. It is easy for one to dislike something or someone for many reasons. The first reason is being because you don't understand that thing. For instance, say that there is a specific woman or a specific man that finds you attractive or could imagine themselves having some kind of a future with you. But they also realize that because of the individual or the person you are, they understand and they know that the chances of that happening may not even exist because of the simple fact that you two people live totally different lifestyles. So, for that reason, they dislike you for something they don't understand. And it just may be you as a person that they don't understand. So they hate you for it, or they dislike you for it. You have the choice to live life in the fashion that you desire to. What you do or what you choose isn't their business. If you lived a similar lifestyle to them, you would probably be the perfect fit or the perfect match. But however, that isn't necessarily how it is. So, they dislike what they don't understand. So you mean to tell me, from a woman's perspective, that they or that he would want to deal, or he would want some kind of communication, or he would like some kind of relationship with a woman of that caliber? Why not me? Aren't I the perfect candidate? Can't I be the perfect selection? Wouldn't I be the perfect match for this individual? For multiple reasons. But instead of them getting a better understanding or receiving more knowledge and understanding of who you are as a person or as an individual by asking questions, they'd rather dislike you for what they don't understand. Nobody chooses a particular lifestyle or a particular life without reason or cause. You know, And it's beyond just monetary value. When you're dedicated to this thing, or when you're dedicated to things, even people, it's about your vision. It's about your impact. It's about your knowledge and your communication. It's about the way that you receive teachings. It's about the way you perceive teachings. If the matter must be dissected, it's about how you give teachings or lessons as well. And everybody, and I mean everybody, is made uniquely. Everybody was created different. You are a beautiful creature, man or woman. You are a creative. When given the opportunity to be in that space, do you know how beautifully you can draw or paint an image with the mind? Not only it being an image, it comes to pass, or it comes into fruition. Most things that are formulated, nearly all of them that are formulated, were first a mere thought. Pretty much that's how it all began. Just a thought, a vision, a dream. And it came to life. It came to pass. For one, you believed in it. Just like entrepreneurship, many would feel that, hey man, that isn't realistic. You shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that. He's crazy. He's spending entirely too much money. He's gonna fail. She's gonna fail, etc. Because in their mind, they're saying, well, if I were them, I would have done this. Or I would have, the critics, man, the naysayers, you know? And this is their mindset about your life. Your life. They desire to paint a narrative of your life, so they dislike what they don't understand. Because the way you utilize your mind and your brain, you do it in a way the total opposite of them. So many would become envious, many would become jealous, many would talk down, you know what I mean? Because you're different. This is who God created you to be. You're different. You're unique. You aren't supposed to be like everybody. You aren't supposed to be like everybody else. You are unique. You are a beautiful being. And you always will be. Your mind is beautiful. Your skill is beautiful. Your offerings and what you have to offer is beautiful. You being strategic in the way that you are something new, something fresh. Your thoughts, this is your thought process all of the time that most people can't fathom. And they hate you or dislike you for it because they don't understand you. Not knowing that you are chosen. You are chosen by God, man. That's why you face so many hardships, because you were chosen. And due to those hardships that you had to experience, you managed to change your thoughts, and you've managed to live life from a different, or see life from in a different, in a different way, or from a different perspective. You view life from a different perspective, and you always have been. Many would say, oh, you're always the first one, or he always tries to be the first one to do this, or she always tries to be the first to. You're just trying to better enhance your life, and you have been doing it for years. Rather, it's up or down. Just like I spoke to a gentleman from Chicago a couple of days ago. We had a conversation, we were chopping it up, and he was saying, man, I'm just staying the course. I'm like, that's what it's about, because you are the helmsman of your ship. Through the power and the strength of the Most High, no matter what kind of current you are faced with, you're going to stay the course. Although it seems as if the ship may capsize, you're going to stay the course. But see, some people, on the other hand, they don't understand that, because you don't have the spirit of doubt. You don't have the spirit of giving up. After they've done multiple things, or society, or life has done, has delivered so many uncertainties about so many different things in your life, and you manage to overcome those things. People don't understand this about you, because they don't understand you, because you're special. And they dislike you because they don't understand you. Because the challenges that you face, they would have given up ages ago. Because it just ain't in them. If it's not in a person, you can't instill something inside of a person that isn't in them. If it isn't in them, chances are it'll never be. You can't make somebody something they don't want to be. But yet they sit back and despise you, or despise us, for how we choose or desire to live our lives, when it has absolutely nothing to do with them. Life, not life, but self. Old players and old guys, old heads from back in the day, coming up as a kid, I used to always hear this. Always hear this, because I grew up around, older guys. You know what I mean? I grew up around hustlers, you know what I mean? Players as well. You know what I'm saying? As an adolescent, as well. And most of my uncles, they were womanizers. They had women, man, and they kept women. But see, the thing is, they dislike it. They dislike you, because they don't understand it. Because they don't. Let's make it plain. They don't have the guts to be you. They don't have the guts or the audacity to be you. No matter what it is you're doing in life, they'll be content. They'll rather be content with where they are, and talk about how far and wide you choose to stretch to go to work, to make your destination. No matter how painful it is, no matter what you're faced with, far as obstacles, they look at you like you crazy, man, because you decide to stretch it all the way out, to get all the way out there. Why not? This is life, ain't it? We only do this once, right? So why not do all that you desire to do? And more. Because you do this crap. It's not crap. It's a beautiful thing. But we do this thing right here called life once. And the old players and the old heads used to always say, self is life's best taught teacher. Self. Self is life's best taught teacher. But because you know who you are, you have an overstanding or an understanding of who you are. They dislike what they don't understand. Let's talk about it. Why is that? They worry so much about everybody else's business that they can't focus on their own. That's why. And the time that they waste worrying about somebody else's life. And at the same token, if you see someone that could, okay, if you see somebody, like I said in a previous video now, if you see an individual having a problem, or you sense that they could be having a problem, why won't you help them? Why won't you help them? Yet you would rather have grounds to speak on somebody, man, that you don't know. These people are being productive every day, utilizing all the time that the Most High has given them, making the best of their situation. And they've done it time and time again, creating and producing winners, making them winners. Because they have the spirit of winning. It first began with the potential. Potential ain't enough now. It's all about movement. It's about motion. And while you in motion, you motivated. Because you have the potential. Having the potential created motivation for you to move forward. So now that you have the motivation and you're moving forward, you reach back and say, well, I'm gonna start something else. I'm gonna do this. You still, the potential never left you because you continuously grow. You continue to elevate. That's what it's about. Rather, like I said, you up or down. It's people that do this every day in life because they have the mindset to win. They have the mindset to win. But because we have that mindset, people will sit on the sideline and dislike what they don't understand. Do you know what I've lost to be in this position? Do you know the pain and the sorrow that I've experienced to be in this position? Do you know how many sleepless nights I've had to be in this position? Do you know how many times I've been lied on? Do you hear me? Do you know how many times I've been lied on to be in this position? Do you know or have any thought of what I've lost over the years? Do you know how much time I've done? Do you know how many battles in general I've had to fight to be in this very position? Do you know how many relationships with family and friends that I've lost because I chose a particular lifestyle? I chose a particular vision, one that's suiting for me. Do you know what all of this costed me to be in this position? I don't think you do. So, they dislike what they don't understand. You're not just meeting people and giving them your entire life story. I don't look like what I've been through. We don't look like what we've been through. So who are you to judge us? People of the world, productive citizens, who are you to judge us? No sin is greater or lesser than the other. So who are you to judge? Who are you to paint a narrative of my life or anybody else's life for that matter? Because you put your foot down? Because you mind only the business that pays you? They dislike what they don't understand. Let's talk about it. And most people that dislike what they don't understand, kind of like they would say back in the day, oh, they set in their ways. That is the very reason why. You don't want to know. You don't want to understand it. You don't want to overstand it. You don't want to understand it. Your mind is made up. You don't know their story. You don't know these people's story. Because one thing for sure, God created some real warriors. The Most High created some real warriors. Do you dig what I'm saying? Some real ones. I ain't talking about no fraud now. I'm talking about the real deal, Jack. Because they've been pressed for so many years. The blessing is in the lesson. The lesson itself is a blessing. And after so many years of pain and the obstacles, the stress, the financial decrease or reduction or making ends meet. Most people would have jumped off a bridge years ago if they've been through what you've been through. They would have put a pistol barrel in their mouth and blew their brains out. They would have drove the car off the bridge. What are they talking about? Who are they to judge us? Who are they to judge you? They could never be you. Most don't even want to put in the work for themselves. So how could they ever wear your shoes? They can't do it for themselves. They'll never do it for themselves. They'll rather player hate, spectate, speculate, however you want to say it. They'll never do the work that you've done to be who you are. That's all moving is their mouth. Because they ain't going to put no hard hat on. They ain't going to put no gloves on. They ain't going to pick up no hammer either. They ain't going to put no steel toes on and get busy. The only thing that's busy around this joint is their mouth. That's the only thing that's busy. Because it ain't no motion. And that's what some people live for. That's why they dislike what they don't understand. Because it ain't like you tapping somebody on the shoulder saying, hey, please, man. I need somebody to hear me out, man. Please, man. Can you lend me an ear, man? Lend me an ear, man. I have so much that I like to talk about, man. I've been through. We don't care about what you've been through, bro. We all been through it. And gonna continue to go through it. Some of us, that's just what it is. It comes with the territory. It comes with the territory, man. They can't take it like you can. Pressure bust pipes, man. They can't do it like you can. Even when you ain't great, you still great. Even when you ain't feeling great, you still great. And can't nobody tell you nothing different. Because you know who you are as an individual, as a being. And can't nobody take that from you, man. God has a record on you, man. The Most High has records on you to verify these things. Why carnal, everyday people judge you. It ain't about you speaking your life to them. Speak it to God. If you choose to use your life as an example, do so in a positive light. You can always do so. But you don't have to prove nothing to nobody, man. They say he's stupid or she's stupid. She's slow or he's slow. Man, listen, they don't know you from a can of paint. And the reason why they have these thoughts about you is because you're not an open book and they want to know you. You dig. But you not giving them that kind of access, man. Because it ain't necessary all the time. It depends on who the person is or who the people are. Energy don't lie, man. When it's involving energy, you will know for a fact. When you see somebody, you know what's going on. Energy doesn't lie, man. Energy doesn't lie. That's your tribe. Right there. That's your tribe. You might not be vocal about it. But when you see something and you feel something, that's my tribe right there. That's the difference, especially when you have a spirit of discernment. But for that reason, people dislike what they don't understand. It's been a long journey, man. It's been a long journey. Do you hear me? And I still got a whole lot more to go. And I look forward to it. We look forward to it. It made us who we are. It's not about people liking us. That's not what it's about. It's more about what's suiting for us. Because your decisions are your own. And the choice that you make, any choice or decision, with every action, there's a reaction. Whatever choice or decision you make, You suffer the consequence, not them. So their opinion don't even matter. You self-made through God. He made you first, but he gave you the tools that you can use to do some more building. They didn't make you. Nobody made you. You worked on yourself, and you've been working on yourself. No matter what they throw at you, man. No matter what they throw at you. You build yourself up when the world had its foot on your neck. And you're going to continue to elevate. You're going to continue to grow mentally, physically, spiritually, intellectually. You will continue to grow. I advise you to just never let go. Be positive, man. Have a wealth mindset. Popular is cool. Fame is all right. But if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. But they dislike what they don't understand. You count as much money as you want to count. You're making money, you're living good, you're sleeping good, you're eating good. Why? Because the Most High, he blessed you. He blessed you in a way that you understand or you understand the situation, the conversation, in the relationship you have with him. And you didn't abuse what he gave you by casting it aside and depending and relying on other people to do it for you. That's a starter kit. That's a starter kit. When it doesn't feed you in the way that you feel you need to be fed any longer, what do? You keep it moving. That's what you do. Just like Granny used to say, you can't get blood out of turnip. My pops used to say that. You can't get blood out of turnip. But based on your decisions, they dislike what they don't understand. And like I said, them being set in their ways, they don't want to understand. And guess what? You don't owe them no explanation either. Be true to you. And all that you can do, be true to you always and forever. Be your first love, your own first love. Don't look for nobody to love you. When you know that God loves you, don't ever look to nobody to love you. Not a living, breathing person, not even a soul. Don't look for love. Don't look for it. Because what's for you, it'll love you unconditionally. God being first. He'll never leave nor forsake you. And he will always love you because he is the divine one. His love is pure. His love don't come at you sideways with ulterior motives. His love is true. It's sincere. You dig what I'm saying? Don't look for love. Better yet, love what you do. And the love will come later. The love will come later. Love yourself, man. Love on yourself, man. It ain't about no female. It ain't about no broad. Love yourself. It ain't, and to the women, it ain't about, you know what I mean? Love yourself. Love all that a good man or a good woman provides to you or do for you. But most importantly, as a man, me, I don't need no woman to love me. And I mean that. The thought of it would be nice. It really would. But I love me too much to ever care if a woman loves me or not. If she do, she does. If she loves me, she loves me. And if she doesn't, I'm fine with that too. But one thing I know for sure, I love myself. And she can't get me to stop loving myself. But they dislike what they don't understand. When you preserve yourself for a particular woman, those that can't offer you that thing or those things that you request